In-person play is returning. People are building paper Magic decks again. But did Arena do irreversible damage to Magic the Gathering? And furthermore, is Arena just straight up killing the game? Let's talk about it. When it comes to trading card games, the digital world has always felt a bit touch and go. Players, collectors, enthusiasts like you and me, we've always been a bit iffy on the idea that you can take something that we socially love, such as playing a game of Magic, and effectively replicate it through kind of the cold medium that is the internet. And collectors are exactly the same, right? It makes them a bit uneasy that any collection they work hard to build can be deleted with the click of a mouse button. So I have spent the last couple weeks racking my brain about the biggest trading card game in existence and probably the biggest trading card game client in existence, Magic and Magic Arena. And I wanted to ask myself the question, is Magic Arena hurting Magic the Gathering? And I wanted to ask it in a more YouTubey way. So is Magic Arena killing Magic the Gathering? Okay, all right. YouTubey cheesiness aside, I really think this is a valid question, and instead of kind of reaching out into the YouTube or Reddit echo chamber, I wanted to spend the last couple weeks looking up some information and thinking about this for myself. Now, to get to the bottom of this and make the decision, is Arena good or bad for Magic, I needed some information. So I visited activeplayer.io, which gave me player numbers, average daily player numbers and monthly total player numbers for Magic Arena. And what I found, frankly, shocked me. The month that I'm recording this video, there was an average of 113,000 daily active players and over 6,700,000 users total on the month. And that's not even the biggest total. If we reach back into the pandemic times, at the peak of the player base in the pandemic, there was 7,800,000 people logging on to Magic Arena in a given month. Wow, like this is fascinating, but I also had to realize that people don't just engage with Magic the Gathering through play. It's too big for that. There are people who just casually follow the news. There's collectors, there's investors, there's evil investors with shelves that put mine to shame out there. And these people engage with Magic too, so I also wanted to look at some search. And according to a couple search engines, for every like 300,000, 310,000 searches that Magic the Gathering was getting, right? Just Magic the Gathering, the core big idea, Magic Arena was getting about 210 to 220,000 as well. And this was even more mind-boggling. This means for every Magic the Gathering search, there's 0.71 searches for Magic Arena. So 71% as many searches for just Magic Arena. And I was like, wow, like this all seems extremely positive. This is all just great. Magic is amazing, or Magic Arena is amazing for Magic. Everything is perfect. But we know that's not true, right? There are clear-cut negatives when it comes to Magic Arena. And the first and foremost, it kind of comes from the emotional feels bad that the economy gives you. For those who don't know, the Magic Arena economy is absolute garbage. Packs are expensive. There's nothing tying them to the real world. In fact, there's a fix to the Magic economy floating out there in YouTube right now that I think you guys might take a look at after this video. I think it's a pretty good idea, but the economy is absolute trash. And couple that with the idea that there are modes and ways to play Magic the Gathering that either feel or are arena specific. Things like alchemy, things like explorer, which include, or not explorer, things like historic, which include alchemy car, are physically restrictive to being arena only. But standard is something now that it's not arena only, but it feels like it's arena only. And this means that Magic Arena clearly has some positives and some negatives. So I needed to put this into kind of my brain, sit on it for a while, and come to a conclusion. And the conclusion I found is something that kind of shocked me, to be honest. It became clear that even though I didn't realize at the time I decided to make this video and started down my path of internet research, I clearly had some bias here. I fully expected to sit in front of each and every one of you and say, Magic Arena is hurting Magic the Gathering, and I expected to say that as someone who engages with Magic Arena all the time. But I came to an extremely different conclusion. Magic Arena is in fact not hurting Magic the Gathering at all. In fact, I think it's doing wonders for Magic the Gathering. However, it is forcing Magic the Gathering in paper, how you and I know it, to change, and change forever. This change can be seen directly in how the community receives certain products. The most successful products on the shelf of any one of your stores always seems to be these auxiliary products, whether it's Time Spell Remastered, Double Masters, Warhammer 40k, or even the upcoming Dominaria Remastered. These products are not only not standard release sets, but they have this nostalgic pull, right? They have these, there's a reason in Magic's history or our Magic journey that we all seem to absolutely love these products. And we just discussed the fact at the beginning of this video that Arena kind of removes that nostalgic feeling. When you build a deck and you play it on Arena, you don't necessarily have the same ties and that nostalgia. When you open a bunch of packs on Arena, you're doing it just to get some wild cards, some random cards. You don't have that nostalgic feeling of cracking the mythic that you wanted, or getting all the pulls that you were after, or drafting with your friends. You just don't have that. And with that being said, we're seeing these unsuccessful products that are theoretically thriving in Arena. Magic the Gathering Standard in Arena is responsible for hundreds of thousands of searches, and this product must be selling, or wildcards must be being converted to build these decks and play these games on the Arena platform. But in store, there's really no reason for most people to buy and open a draft booster box. And frankly, there might not be much reason outside of just, you know, kind of for the fun and enjoyment of the time to open a set booster box. This change is going to have to involve some melding of the two. The digital world and the physical universe must collide. They must become one. And I know some YouTuber somewhere pointed out that Magic products were broken, and that Magic Arena and draft packs have a clear and obvious change that they could go through without Wizards losing any money, where they could see a good amount of growth. So yeah, I don't think it's killing Magic the Gathering. I just don't think that's fair. In fact, I think it's really growing the game and giving people like myself, new dads, and people who can't get out to these events, a way to engage with something that they absolutely love. But it is forcing change. Magic cannot continue existing as it is right now. We can't continue with standard release sets pushing trillions of boxes and trying to soak up as much from these wallets as we can, because sooner or later the player base is going to decide that since we can't play with the cards, since we can't play the game, the core concept, standard sets and the standard product just isn't for them, and that's going to, you know, continue to be all on Arena, and game stores and communities are gonna take the hit. So yeah, I don't know, man. This is a really interesting topic to me. I really think that we're gonna see some change on the horizon. And mind you, I don't think it's fair to say, Wizards, you have to change right now. Listen, Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro is too big of a company. They lay out way too far in advance. But mark this video. Mark my words. I think once we start to run through some of the outlined products that we see kind of on the Magic the Gathering map, we are going to see a shift. We're going to see some solutions start to be offered, and I think this is a really exciting time. So guys, thank you so much. The number of people that play Magic the Gathering Arena every month is staggering, but it's not as staggering in the percentage of viewers who aren't subscribed to this channel. Guys, click the sub button. It helps me out so much. I love making this content. I love hanging out with each and every one of you. Follow along. Make sure you have notifications turned on, as MTG Arena gameplay streams and kind of having fun brewing sessions are going to start. So that'll be live streamed here on YouTube. So make sure you click the subscription button, click that notification button, and most importantly, share this video with a friend who might like the vibe around here, who might like what we're talking about, or who you want to have a discussion point with. I want to hear from each and every one of you in the comment section below. What do you think about Magic Arena? Is it killing Magic? Isn't it killing Magic? Let me know. I can't wait to hear. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and ironically, I'm probably going to log off and play some Arena. We'll see you guys around. Let's go.